Hey, you know me, and I might know you. Hi guys, Jared Fuller here. Today is Sunday, January 20th, 2019. So glad you could join me for another update for a Sunday. The Sunday video update. Thank you for joining me. Lots to go over. Talk about my week in review, and I don't know what that was about. The Our space heater kicked on and went off. I don't know what that was about, but anyway. The week started off kind of not on the best conditions, and then it gradually got better. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But there were a few announcements I wanted to make for my local friends anyway, because there are some events currently happening and there are upcoming events as well. And Dad and Amy are joining me off camera this week while Dad's still kicked back on the couch. Amy's in the bedroom, which, I like it when she's out here because she can help me on some things. She said sorry through the bedroom door. But anyway, so the current events happening right now. We've got the 76th annual Elf Carafe Shrine Circus at the Dordt Federal Credit Union Event Center in Flint. That's happening now until I think tomorrow or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't really checked the dates on that. I know it's this weekend. And this coming Friday, the Shrine Circus will be at the Dow Event Center in Saginaw. I know a lot of my friends, they like to take their children to the Shrine Circus when they come to Saginaw. And so if you're not sure about ticket availability, I have a number for you. It's area code 989-759-1330. Again, it's area code 989-759-1330. That is the number to the ticket office, the box office at the Dow Event Center. And the Shrine Circus is not the only event coming up. Monster Trucks is coming back to Saginaw. WWE Wrestling is coming back to Saginaw. There's all different kinds of events coming up. And so, that's one thing that you can do with your kids this coming weekend. My dad and Amy and I will be at the event in Saginaw when they arrive on Friday. And of course, the reason I go to the Shrine Circus every year is because the proceeds benefit Shriners Hospitals for Children, and I'm just a sucker for charity. So that's where I'll be this coming Friday. And currently, right now, from now until the 28th of, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. From the 23rd until the 28th of January, Zender Snowfest is in Frankenmuth, or will be in Frankenmuth. And what Zender Snowfest is, for those of you not familiar with that, it is ice sculptures, snow sculptures, where they just do a lot of carving and sculpting with chainsaws, and it's really cool. I mean, we get visitors from all over the world. It is an event that you don't want to miss if you are local, or if you're even out of state and you want to check out the ice sculptures and the snow sculptures. Frankenmuth, Michigan, Zender Snowfest 2019 takes place from the 23rd till the 28th. If you plan on coming, make sure that you leave early, because parking can be a bit of a problem, because it is a very popular event. And so we've got that coming up. And there was one more, actually a couple more events that are coming up. Saturday, April 13th is the ABC 12 Family Expo in Birch Run at the Frankenmuth Credit Union Event Center. These titles for these arenas and venues are so long, it's a mouthful. But Frankenmuth Credit Union Event Center in Birch Run. I don't know who's going to be headlining it this year. I'm guessing the closer it gets to the date, they're going to release that information, or even ahead of schedule, like by a month or so, depending on how they're going to work that out. But they announced the date specifically for the vendors, so that way they can rent their spaces at the expo. They do that every year. And I'm looking forward to going to that. And last but not least is the Vote for Miracle celebration at the auditorium at the Hurley Children's Hospital in Flint. And that's on Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot going on. And if you're looking for something to do in the weeks and days to come, you've got your choice of the Shrine Circus, Zender Snowfest, and of course, the Family Expo is not until April, but you've got the Vote for Miracle celebration as well. So there's things to do, and I'm looking forward to getting involved in some of that uh, some of those events, I should say. Words escape me. I don't know. There's so much going on. So to get a little bit into detail about how the previous week was, started off kind of rocky. I received death threats and text messages. I wasn't too keen about that, but I just kind of, yeah, okay, whatever. And the death threat, and typically I wouldn't shrug something like that off because a death threat is a death threat, but it came from Arkansas, which is thousands of miles from where I live. So it's like, okay, just someone with a digital courage shooting off at the mouth like usual. But normally I would take that to the police, but provided that it's coming from Arkansas, I don't even worry about it. But that's not to say that I'm excusing what they're doing. I'm just saying that they're far enough away distance, I really don't care. You can talk all the smack you want, but well, that's your problem. That's your issue. But the week did get better. It got progressively better. On Thursday, just spending time with family. On Thursday, I was at my Uncle Tim's house, and I, visited with my cousins for a little while, and it was just a great time. And then on Friday, I think it was Friday. See, I'm forgetting days of the week. Or was it on Friday I was at Uncle Tim's? See, I don't remember. But I know it was last week. I was at my Uncle Tim's house, visited with some cousins of mine, and I went to my Uncle Danny's house. I haven't been there in who knows how long. I went there and visited with some family I haven't seen in quite a long time. And what's this? Oh, it's a notification from Windows. Goodbye. Um, I had seen some relatives I haven't seen in quite some time. And then yesterday, I got to hang out with my little baby niece, who will be 4 months old next month, Skylin. Yep, she got some Uncle Jared lovin's yesterday, and it was a great time to get to relax with family members and get to chill with some cousins that I haven't seen in such a long time. And when I was at my Uncle Danny's house, because again, like I said, I haven't been there in who knows how long, and one of my cousins I haven't seen since she was a baby, and she's, a young child now. And I said, well, so what's your name? And she told me, and it's like, really? And I told her, I said, well, I'm your cousin. And she says, well, how? I said, because your grandpa and my daddy are brothers. And she goes, wow. like it just mesmerized her. It blew her away. But it was a nice visit, and I sat and visited with Uncle Danny and Annie Lane for a little bit, about an hour. And it was nice. I mean, we caught up on old times and talked about things, and it was nice just to stop in and visit. And before I went to Uncle Danny's, I was in Owasso. I had to go to Walmart, and then I had to go to Dollar Tree. I had to get some notepads for poetry, and I bought a couple packs of pens, and then I had to go next door to the Dollar Tree to get some batteries and some whiteout. And then I went to Jet's Pizza and talked to my niece Corey. I almost said cousin. My niece Corey. She had just gotten back to work. I think she was on maternity leave for a while. But now she's back, and she was actually shocked to see me walk through the door. And she says, well, what are you doing here? I said, well, I just thought I'd come over and say hi. I was in the area, and I haven't seen you in quite a while. And she was really happy to see me, and it was great. It was a wonderful visit, even if it was at her job site, which typically I, wouldn't have done, but provided that it's Jet's Pizza. And I said, well, okay, I'll just order a slice of pizza and a 20-ounce bottle of Pepsi, and, I can order food and wait and talk to you while it's being prepared. And, okay, so it was nice. It was nice. I didn't want to get in trouble for soliciting, because that's not something they take very lightly at all. Soliciting. It's a busy area, and it was, matter of fact, at one time, the scene of a crime, a murder. So I don't want to act conspicuous in an area that previously, prior to that, had a crime scene. But yeah, so that was my week, and it was just nice getting to hang out with family and friends. And um, even last week, I was at my buddy Jake's house, and we were supposed to do a YouTube live on his channel, but I never got around to it. I got sidetracked doing other things. He got sidetracked doing his things. Um, but my buddy Jake, I've known him for over 25 years. We go back since second grade. Um, he's been a lifelong friend of mine, and I was at his house and I was chilling, kicking back with him and his girlfriend and their two kids, and it was nice. It was relaxing and just comforting to get away for a while. And we were in Grand Blanc last week too, by the way. So there was all kinds of things going on. Matter of fact, the same day we went to Grand Blanc, I went to Jake's house, and she comes out of the bedroom, but you can't see because she's off camera. So hello.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
So how was your week? I know my week was pretty busy.
It started out rocky,
Yeah,
but then after the last couple days,
it kind of mellowed out.
yeah,
It just, shrug it off, like, yeah,
and
whatever.
um, I got
Spit it out.
I got one person that I had a conversation with,
Mm-hmm.
not saying no names,
Mm-hmm.
but I was hoping that that person
Yeah.
would take my suggestions
Mm-hmm.
and try to run with them.
Yeah.
And I've seen the difference in that person
Uh-huh.
since we had that talk.
Good. Good. So,
And it makes
um,
me feel good knowing that that person is listen,
listening and paying attention and
yes,
yeah, paying
thank
attention,
you.
not attention, attention,
Yeah,
attention,
thank
attention.
you.
No, sometimes that's all it takes. You just need to hear words from someone else to reassure you that, you know what, maybe, just kind of relax a little bit on that and kind of talk about something else, or just focus on who and what's more important to you in your life, and
Yeah,
run with that. It's what I try to do anyway. It's not always easy, but I try, and that's life.
and I'm always there when people need someone to talk to.
Hmm. It's been I've had a busy week. And last night I was out shopping. I went up to Frank's, the local supermarket in Chesaning, and I bought some things to make my taco salad. And I
Oh,
I saw,
speak of your taco salad, when you do go to make it tonight,
yeah.
you are to get a hold of him and say, "Go pick up my brother."
Oh, go get Jay. All right. Well, Angel loves Uncle Jared's taco salad, and yeah, because I just saw Angel last night. We were visiting with Skylam, but I told
That
Angel, I said, when she starts getting teeth in there, she's gonna love Uncle Jared's cooking.
that also right there
And
made my night.
yeah, I
And then seeing the pictures,
isn't she adorable? She's just the sweetest little thing. She's gonna be 4 months old next month.
you know what
And
was really cool? If he would have stayed out of the picture at the end, I would have had her sleeping.
yeah,
But
well,
Grandpa,
well,
Peppy,
I sat on the bed, and because Angel had just changed, my niece Angel, it's her Skylar's mom, had just changed her diaper, and so I'm sitting on the bed, and she puts her down gently on the blankets, so she could elevate herself and kind of look around, and she was throwing a fit, and Angel put her pacifier in her mouth, and I'm just sitting there, just kind of watching her, keeping an eye on things, and she kept spitting out her pacifier, and she started screaming, "Okay, Uncle Jared's on the case. I got this," and I was on binky duty. Every time she spit her pacifier out, I put it back in her mouth. And eventually she went to sleep, or she slept for a little while, and then she
yeah.
woke up screaming. I think she had a stomach ache. I think she had an upset stomach, or some, like a gas bubble or something, because she woke up screaming.
Hungry.
And it could have been that too, but
Remember Angel Fetter,
yeah,
the bottle?
yeah, and we got to talking about that last night too. It's like, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't understand, like, because I know there's different ounces and sizes of bottles. I wouldn't know what to do in a situation like
Well,
that. But I
well,
think they tell you, don't they?
well, mm, they do. If you're not for sure,
Yeah.
they work with if you tell them, hey, this is my first child.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the ounces are or whatever, how much to give.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in the hospital, it's awesome because they've got ready to use.
Yeah.
And when you leave the
Hmm.
hospital with the baby,
Yeah.
everything that's in that cart for that baby, you get.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And I was one that liked to steal the receiving
and
blankets.
just as a disclaimer, just I'm one who doesn't have kids, but just because you don't have kids, it doesn't mean you don't have common sense about kids. So
Right.
I want to point that out because there's a lot of people who would hear
And
that and yeah, you're not fit to have kids. You don't even know that. Oh,
yeah,
up yours.
yeah.
But
You're still young too.
yeah, and there's a lot to learn about kids. I'll admit, but like the basic things, I don't. I wouldn't know what to do in a situation like how
I
much do I feed them.
I can just see you when you go and get your first dirty diaper.
Hey, I've changed a dirty
Here,
diaper.
mom.
When Angel was a baby, actually it wasn't even a dirty. It was just a soiled diaper.
Now,
It was wet.
did you help Heidi out any with her kids when they were babies?
No, I with Heidi's kids, I was more or less just there when she brought him home from the hospital. In fact, after she had Damien, I went to Saginaw to visit Heidi and Damien because I went with Elwood, and Day Day was in an incubator.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah, yep.
I didn't even know that.
I'll never forget it because after we visited um, Heidi and Elwood, or after we visited with Heidi and Damien, baby at the time, we went to Hotnow to get a bite to eat, and Elwood had a van. It
Oh,
wasn't the Astro van. It was a like a blue or white van he used to have.
oh,
But yeah, Damien was in an incubator
I didn't know that.
at Covenant.
Whoa.
Yep, I'll never forget it.
I
And
know. I
I
know her youngest is.
I think Natricia had yellow jaundice. I think it was Natricia. One I'm I'm pretty sure because they lived out on the at the farmhouse when Natricia was born, and I could swear it was Natricia that had yellow jaundice because they had the light on her all the time. I'd have to talk to Heidi and Elwood about that. It was one of their kids.
Yeah,
I'm
one of them had
I'm
jaundice. I do remember that.
I'm almost certain it was Natricia. Almost certain it was Trish. But I would have to talk to Heidi and Elwood about that. But I do remember
Yeah.
it was one of their kids. But like diaper changing, no, that I don't mess with any of that. But when I was younger, when I was like 11, and Angel wet her diaper, Jay was there and he showed me how to do it. And that's nothing compared to a poopy diaper where
Right,
you've got the
right.
strong foul odor of shit and
Yeah.
you're trying not to puke, you know.
And
Um,
honestly, I don't think they're so bad when they're young, like 4 months and that.
yeah,
But
but it can be
but then again, it's the formula coming out. If
yeah,
they're on formula.
that strong smell. Ugh.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was my week. I was at Uncle Danny and Annie Lane's. He was fixing a pipe under the bathroom sink. It was a little like a brass fitting, $9 just for a little piece like that.
Well, that's like you when you went up here to Frank's.
Mm-hmm.
Come home, you got what you got in your food stamps. Come home and you spent 60
Yeah,
bucks of it already.
I got stuff to make my taco salad as I mentioned, and just a little bit of things I bought. I got
Pop
Doritos and I got pop, Pepsi or whatever from my out of state friends. It's pop here in Michigan.
or
Um,
soda.
yeah, soda. I got that. I got the Doritos and the hamburger and the shredded cheese and the black olives and the French and Catalina dressings. I got everything I needed. The cherry tomatoes or the grape tomatoes. I got everything I needed for the taco salad. $62.
You, I'm gonna make a suggestion. You can either take it and run with it,
All
or
right.
leave
What
it
do you got?
with your taco salad. When you decide that you want to make it,
Yeah.
look in the refrigerator and see how much dressing you have. Because if you look in there, you've got quite a bit of dressing.
Yeah, I
And
always buy new bottles though when I make.
you don't have to. You can.
I know I don't have to, but
And we don't.
it's just a habit.
We'll see the dressing just sits in there and goes back.
Yeah,
Because no one uses it. The only thing we use it for is your taco salad.
yeah. The French and Catalina. That's all I put in my taco salad.
That's what I'm saying. Use up the bottle that's
Yeah,
in there.
but I always make it a habit, and I got to do some more grocery shopping today. As a matter of fact, after I'm done with this, I have to go to Corona. I got to go to Myers.
I'm waiting for a phone call
But
from your brother.
yeah,
Yeah, I tried calling him. He told me to call him as soon as I got up.
it is damn cold today. When I woke up this morning, because I've been up since 5 o'clock, and when I got up this morning, it was 0 degrees. It has warmed up to 4 degrees. 4. So there's a little mini heat wave. We're only supposed to have a high of 10 degrees today.
I told Dad
Yeah.
it was going to get down to 0.
Yeah, it got down to 0 this morning, and tonight I think we're supposed to be in sub-zero, below 0.
And was the water still running when
Yes.
you got up? Awesome.
Yeah, it was dripping.
With it being that low, we need to keep it running,
Yeah.
Dripping today.
Well, that recent storm that it just missed Michigan to the south, Indiana and Ohio got socked with that storm.
Look at the wind we had last night coming out of the north.
Yeah, that wind was awful. It was howling. And, I mean, we got snow, and the roads did get slippery here, but to the south of us, like Indiana, Ohio, Chicago, especially Chicago got hit hard. So if you're watching from Chicago, because I don't know where people are watching from, I don't know the demographic, but if you're watching from Chicago, hello, waving from the mitten, Lower Michigan. But we did get hit with a little bit like the tail end of the storm, because the main part of the storm was that way to the south.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I think Ann Arbor and Detroit and maybe Kalamazoo, I think, got brushed with it. So they got some pretty significant snow, because I heard Monroe got hit too, and Toledo, and I've been to all those places.
I guess I got hit way up in the mitten up by the Mackinac Bridge.
Yeah, at the northern tip of the mitten, which is way up
Gladwin.
Mackinac Bridge.
Gladwin's not even having.
Yeah, Gladwin would be just north of Midland, which is like. See, that's what I love about being a Michigander. You got a map at all times. You can wave your map.
It was announced Friday that they had no school in Gladwin.
No school in Gladwin. It's still cold. I mean, 4 degrees.
I haven't got any pictures from my son, but I bet you 10 to 1.
Oh,
up there.
That's all snow belt up there. They usually get the snow typically.
And you know that situation.
Yeah, they get a lot of snow up there.
I try. That's all I can do.
South of us, so like I said, Indiana and Ohio, they got nailed. Really got hit. And I just received a text from, that's the dinging that you heard. I received a text from my, or no, that was Facebook notification. She lives in West Virginia, and they got snow, like big time snow. But, oh yeah, I want to remind all of you to visit GuideStar.org. GuideStar.org has a complete and comprehensive listing of all the legitimate 501c3 nonprofit organizations and LLCs. That's Facebook. Don't be fooled. Don't be duped. Visit GuideStar.org today. Maybe that's them telling me to stop endorsing their website. I don't know. Maybe.
It just seems like every time you say it.
Every time I mention GuideStar, it's like there's an interruption.
Yeah.
Like the phone rings or a Facebook notification.
I put mine on vibrate so it won't ring. It vibrate on the table.
But yes, I am on Facebook. I've been on Facebook for quite a while now.
I am on my iPad, but I'm not on my phone yet.
You know, and I was just telling a friend of mine not too long ago that the more time I spend away from Facebook, and it's no disrespect to my friends because Facebook is where I met a lot of my friends, but the less time I spend on Facebook, like I interact, I allow myself so much time, and then I go out into the real world and I actually interact with physical people.
You know what you can also do, because if you got Messenger too,
Yeah, I got Messenger.
you can go into your Messenger and look for games that you like and play the games on
Oh yeah,
Facebook when you're not wanting to.
to interact or socialize.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not really a games person,
I
I guess.
remember when you had Pogo though.
Yeah, Pogo, that was a lot. I haven't been on Pogo in
Nor have I.
years.
I bet you 10 to 1 we'd end up having to start a whole new account.
Yeah, I haven't been on Pogo in who knows how long. It has to be about 10 years now, at least.
I thought about trying to download it on my.
I don't. Does Pogo have an app?
I think it's pogo.com.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I never really thought about that. Looking into that, if they had an app.
I know, nor did I, but yeah.
I bet you they do, and I just never knew about it. What else can I talk about? I don't know what else to talk about.
Well, hopefully you all had a good day, good week out there.
Yeah, I hope you all had a good week. We both collectively we both hope you had a good week.
And with the weather being the way it is, if it's nasty in your area, be safe.
Yeah, be safe. The roads here are slippery, and it's very, very cold.
Dad and I were so worried about you last night after you left Jay's.
Yeah, I take it easy. It's everybody else you got to worry about. I take it easy on the roads. I don't apply too much pressure to the brake, especially when I come up to intersections. I gradually tap the brake a little bit and gradually slow myself down, but way before I even get to the intersection. Don't want to slide through and get T-boned, because if that car can't slow down, what?
Unlike this.
Yeah. Actually, there was something else I wanted to talk about.
He thinks he's the king of the road.
Yeah, he thinks he owns the road. There was something else I wanted to mention. A local rock band, which I plugged last week in last week's Sunday video update, Greta Van Fleet. They're from Frankenmuth. They made their debut on Saturday Night Live just recently. So congratulations, boys. They're making it.
That's good.
They're really making it. And follow them on Facebook. If you find their Facebook page, give them a follow. Greta Van Fleet. And it's at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you find them and give their page a like. And a shout out for the boys from Frankenmuth. They got that Led Zeppelin sound to them, but they can jam.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Oh yeah, Greta Van Fleet. They're really good. They just recently did an interview. I think it was like last week or a couple weeks ago. They interviewed the grandmother. Her name was Gretna Van Fleet, and that's how the boys got their name. The name for their rock band. But they're good. They're really good. So congratulations to GVF, Greta Van Fleet.
I know on the TV when they talk about the Shrine Circus and Planet,
yeah,
they're showing the Backstreet Boys.
The Backstreet Boys.
The ones. Which one is it? The ones that do the ropes and.
Oh no, that's the Chicago Boys.
Yes.
Not the Backstreet Boys. Not the Backstreet Boys. That's a pop group from the 90s.
Hey.
The Chicago Boys do the jump roping.
Yeah.
They do the jump roping and they're aerialist acrobats.
Okay.
The Backstreet Boys don't do jump roping. Because you mentioned Shrine Circus. Oh, the Backstreet Boys. What? How does the Backstreet Boys tie in collaboration with the Shrine Circus? They're not circus performers. They're a pop group, a choreographed pop group from the 90s. But the Chicago Boys is who she's talking about. The Chicago Boys, I think, were featured on America's Got Talent.
I wonder if they're going to bring the bikes back.
They probably will. I didn't see them because I know. So we know for sure that the Chicago boys are going to be in Saginaw on Friday
Right.
because I made the announcement that we're going to be at the Shrine Circus this Friday at the Dow Event Center in Saginaw.
I can't wait. That's
I
another
can't wait
big
either.
day.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
That's when we just pretty much let the child out in us. At least
Yeah.
once a year.
Well, and that too. I mean, I do it for the charity, the Shriners Hospitals for Children. That's why I do it. And
Now, have you ever thought about getting, when they do the Shrine Circus,
uh-huh.
Advertisements on TV?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever thought about donating to the Shrine Circus through that?
Like the Shriners Hospitals?
Yeah.
I've thought about it.
At least the money is going to
And
go for a good cause. And they're going to use it for what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, Shriners Hospitals for Children.org is the website. And that's what she's referring to as the Shriners Hospitals. But the Shrine Circus is also benefits the hospitals.
Yes.
Because it's for charity, of course. It's for charity purposes, which is why they have the circus every year. But I've been thinking about that, not for anything in return. I can just donate, and that's the reward in itself. I don't expect anything physical like an item in return. Just knowing that I had the gratitude and the ethic heart to give.
And that one is legit because it's advertised on
Well, of course.
TV.
Just like St. Jude. They're legit.
Yeah.
And Grandpa Fuller, my Grandpa Fuller donated. I don't know if he still does, but he used to donate to St. Jude.
At least he says he doesn't,
but I don't know.
Yeah. Grandpa's business.
Yeah. I don't want to put too much of his private business out there, but what's really nothing private about it. If you donate, you donate. Cool. I saw something on Facebook this morning too that kind of caught my eye, and it said something to the effect of, if you're going to help poor people, leave your camera at home. What that means is that you can do, and I've been saying this for a long time now, you can help people. There's a difference between trying to inspire people versus doing it to showboat for the narcissism and to be the center of attention all the time. I talk about this a lot. And what that means is, if you're going to help someone, you don't need to take a picture of your face or the picture of, to showboat. Now, there are people who do that specifically to inspire. Like, look, if I can do this, you can do this. And that is very well understood. So I have to be very careful about my words, because I don't want to say something and then have my friends think, well, gee, he's knocking down my efforts of trying to help people. No, that's not it at all. It's just, you do have people who are doing this specifically to have their ego stroked. And the very minute that they're not being heard, they don't feel as if they're important in the world. And that to me is bothersome.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you, let them people go right through your eyes.
No, I'm just making a point, though, that you can help people.
Yeah.
Not everything you do in life to help people needs to be documented, where unless, of course, you want to inspire people.
Or
there's a very thick line between inspiring someone or trying to inspire others versus, look at me, I'm cute.
Or if you do it, donate through your tax money.
Yeah. There's all kinds of help out there, and I don't want to belittle or degrade anyone who's trying to help other people, but I'm just pointing out that there's a fine line between, you want to inspire people to help others versus, I'm just so grand, look at me. And I see that kind of shit on Facebook all the time, and it is annoying.
Oh, I got good news. Sorry to change the
subject. No, because if you don't change the subject, I'm just going to keep yakking.
But I got a call from my brother while we were at Jay's last night.
Right.
He's got a whole messload of tablets from when he was on the road.
Tablets.
Or like paper.
Like notebooks?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you and I are getting those.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like paper.
He says he's got mess load. and it's all lined paper to where you can do journaling, you can do,
Poems.
poems, letters to other people.
Yeah, I am a paper.
I told him as long as it was with lines, I'll take it.
Yeah, I am a paper aficionado. I buy paper in bulk. I'll buy the big boxes of computer paper. I like right here my journals that I have yet to write in. But I figured I wanted to add that to my Sunday video updates just to kind of give people an idea of what I like to do. Writing is one of the things I like to do. Um, Journals, this November 2019 will be 20 years that I've been writing journals. I've been writing poetry way longer than that. Um,
Yeah, you even got out of taking your webcam with you and videoing on your road trips and stuff too.
yeah, I like to go on road trips, joyrides once in a
I
while.
miss those videos.
Yeah, I might do that again this year. I don't know where I'd go. I've been to
What do I always tell you?
go wherever the road takes me, and if it dead ends, just turn off.
Yep.
Go somewhere else. But there are places that I've never been to, and I want to go try this year. I want to go visit. Um, I'm planning on you know buying more plane tickets as soon as I save up the money. That's
Right.
another issue.
Dad and I are, Dad mainly has been talking about taking a trip up north and renting a cabin. Just him and I.
See, there's people who want to meet me from all over. They want me to get on a plane and fly out and hang with them for a weekend. That was their suggestion, by the way. I didn't suggest it. I didn't push that onto them. They want me to come and see them.
Yep.
I was just recently invited to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I mean, there's people who want me to come and hang with them for a while. I've been invited to, oh hell, I've been invited to Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, Texas, uh, Oklahoma, all over. I've been invited back to New York. I've been invited to California. I've been invited to all these different places.
That's cool.
And
give me a second. I don't have my big cup of coffee this morning to drink out of.
so probably between this year and next year, I'm going to be doing some traveling.
I ran low. My cup had a hole.
Yeah, my glass of Pepsi is.
Well, here. I'm headed out.
Yeah, refill my Pepsi for me. But yeah, I've been invited to a lot of different places, and it's the people who want me to show up. They're the ones who are suggesting that I stay with them for a weekend. I'm not pushing my welcome on anybody. But misinformation always travels fast. So let them think what they want. I know different. I know what my friends and I have discussed, and what anybody else has to say is irrelevant because we know what the plans are. And not everybody needs to know my business, but I like to discuss some things. Some things I have to keep private, but most everything else I can talk about. And as soon as Amy gets back in here, I want to because I'm not a political person, but this thing going on with the wall and Donald Trump, I don't know. It's just it's messing everything up. It's not just people who are federal workers, but it's also people whose livelihoods are at stake because we have a president who, he stamps his feet like a 2-year-old until he gets what he wants. And you're going to hold the whole nation, the whole country, at a financial hostage point until you get what you want. It's not someone I would call a leader, but this is just my opinion. And that is not in any way an endorsement to Republican or Democrat because I'm a human being first and foremost. I don't view myself as either or. I'm just a human being with an opinion, and that's about all I can say about that because I'm not very political anywhere. Not even on Facebook. I don't really talk. Very rarely do I ever speak about politics on Facebook. I did one time, and I only had one of my friends comment, and nobody else did. No one liked it or replied or responded, but just that one friend. And I don't do it for the dopamine kick, but
I messed up my hand the other day.
I just think personally, I just think it's really messed up that we have a president who is so vindictive that he would hold an entire nation hostage. Thank you.
Yep.
He he would hold an entire nation hostage financially just to get what he wants,
Oh yeah.
even if it means going without food. Well, we're going to build this wall and keep out the drug cartels. Well, guess what? They're here now.
Yeah.
So what are you keeping out?
Nothing.
They're going to find ways to get in here.
Yeah. And now
it's ridiculous.
Now they're trying to send all the immigrants that are over here.
And it's all about national security.
Well,
Please.
You know what's really weird? They're taking the adults and taking them back.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're doing with them, sending them back. But then your children are getting separated from them parents.
Yeah.
And they're out here in
and
our world.
I'm not shrugging off national security, by the way. I'm not saying that security is not a priority. Obviously it is. But good grief, if that's, I mean, oh, we stopping the drug cartels and the criminals. We have them here already, is the point.
The first.
Yeah.
I gotta be back.
To Grand Blanc?
No. Flint.
Oh, Flint. Okay.
On Saginaw Street.
So
2:30 in the afternoon.
I'll just look at the paper because chances are I know where it is. Let's see.
Up on top, I think is where it is.
Yeah, the name of it. It might. It's a podiatrist. Yeah, I think that is like the downtown area.
That's what I'm saying. I know you'll know how to get there.
I've been to downtown Flint many times. It's a brick street on Saginaw Street.
We'll have to all probably ride in Dad's van on the first. Yeah. Do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
If we got leeway on some of the bills, we may have to.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, I have plenty of time to pay my bills. But it's just, I think it's in the downtown area. I think it's on, because it says Saginaw Street. So Saginaw Street takes you right into downtown Flint. It's the brick street.
I told Dad, I said, I don't know, we're going to have to get up early that day, go do our running, like, as soon as the bank opens. Get up early enough to sit there and wait for our banks to open.
Yeah.
To be the first ones to get in, get what we need, and do our bills, and then run to Flint.
Yeah. I got to be in Owasso on the first, because I got to pay my cell phone bill after I pay my car insurance and pay my phone bill, which is separate from the cell phone bill, by the way, my house phone and the cell phone, and then my car insurance.
Which my cell phone, I can talk to them and see about getting it extended till the second.
See, like my phone here, this is a prepay, it's pay as I go, so there's no contract. So even if I don't make the payment, they'll just shut it off.
Right.
But I'm not under any obligation, not contractually. I can pay it as I go. Even if I'm a few days late or a week late, I can still pay it and they'll turn it back on.
I've heard that they will switch. Like say I got Verizon, they will go lower than my Verizon bill.
Yeah. And they'll match it dollar for dollar, or they do the bill comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, like I was telling Dad, I might go there with my bill.
Yeah.
And ask some questions and see what they can do, would be able to do for my account and drop in Verizon altogether.
Yeah. It's
it's pretty sad when your bill gets almost $600.
That's a lot. Now for all the years I've had cell phones, or where I could buy my own cell phone, I've never done a contract. I don't always get service everywhere I go because I go through Metro PCS, and I don't get service everywhere I go, but I have it, like I check Facebook, and I go on my YouTube channel once in a while, and I text my friends or call Dad if there's an emergency or whatever.
Right.
But I don't ever do the contract thing because, first of all, I have good credit and I don't want to ruin my credit.
Right.
And I think it's just better to pay as you go because there's no contractual obligation. And if you miss the due date, well, they can shut your service off, but you're not under any obligation to pay extra fees or shut off fees or anything like that.
Well,
So
someone's awake.
Dad's up, and Dad has his own way of saying good morning.
Yeah.
But that's what I like about prepaid cell phones is that you don't have any contractual obligation.
He's just laying there, I guess, listening.
But you can get up anytime, Dad, you know.
I agree.
Yeah, I was at Uncle Danny's. It was Ebony, my cousin Ebony, because I haven't seen her since she was a baby. And I did see her at Aunt Rhonda's funeral, but I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and talk with her and have her get to know me. Well, when I was at Uncle Danny's, because Uncle Danny was in the bathroom fixing the pipe under the sink, and Ebony was sitting in the chair in the computer room, which is across from where the bathroom is. And she came in, and I said, "Well, who are you?" I said, "What's your name?" She says, "Ebony," kind of shy. And I said, "Oh, Ebony." I said, "So we're cousins." And she says, "How?" I said, "Because your grandpa and my daddy are brothers." "Wow," she says. Yeah, mind blowing, isn't it?
She's in school already, ain't she?
Yeah, because Shannon was there with Ebony and Sierra, and Sierra had cheerleading, so they had to get scooting. They had to get out the door, but that's the first time I've seen them since Aunt Rhonda's funeral. That's been about 3 months.
Sierra's still selling the Girl Scout cookies.
I'm not sure. She didn't mention anything about it. Yeah, Uncle Danny, they got this new because I said I was visiting for a little bit, and Uncle Danny was showing me they got this new entertainment center, Pure Oak, and the ends pull out, where you can put your DVDs and VHS tapes and things, CDs. I'd never seen anything like it. He got it at an estate sale with the television included for $150, and it's a 55-inch flat screen television that came with it, and it fits it just right. And it's like, man, that's a steal. And he got it from right over here.
Flat screen?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. Just like ours, flat screen, but bigger, a little bigger, like 5 inches bigger.
Right.
It's nice though. It's really nice.
I honestly, like I was telling Dad, I like the bigger screen.
Yeah.
Because at night, if I want to still watch the show we're watching, I can take off my glasses, sit here, relax.
Yeah.
And watch it till I fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Where the smaller screen, I do that, it'd be all blurry to me.
I bought both of my televisions because I have a 55 or a 50-inch here in the living room, and in my bedroom I have a 40-inch. And the one out here in the living room is a Panasonic. The 40-inch in my bedroom is a Sony. I bought both of those at Walmart, and I'm shocked that they still work. Because anything else electronic I've ever purchased from Walmart has either broke or just went to shit completely, and it just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I think it depends on too where you buy it off the shelf.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones in the front are the ones that have been there the longest.
Yeah, and they sell it just to get rid of it because it's been sitting for so long. Like this webcam that I'm using right now, I went to Best Buy in Saginaw and bought the webcam. It was like $52. It was retail $49 plus tax, so out the door about $52. But Walmart didn't have it, so I had to go all the way to Saginaw to Best Buy. But I like it. I like this new webcam. There's a wider screen, and with the other webcam that I had, I was when I would move, I would kind of be buffered, like I wouldn't move in real time. And this camera, I'm moving in real time.
Right.
So, and it's good for live streaming and things like that. Which reminds me, Jake and I were planning to do a live stream on his YouTube channel, and I haven't gotten back with him on that yet.
Oh.
Whoops. He wanted to talk about what was going on, what transpired on Twitter, and it's like, okay, well, we can do a lot. If you want to, I don't have a problem talking about it. I mean, I pretty much, I'm trying to put it all behind me, but you know how it goes.
Yeah.
People are going to talk regardless of what you say and do. Um, it's nonsense, but I had a good week, and it was nice to visit family. And when I was at Uncle Tim's, Matt and Timmy were there, my cousins.
You found a way out.
Matt and Timmy were there, and Sammy was the only one there out of Matt's kids because Nevaeh and Hunter were in school,
Oh,
and Sammy wasn't feeling well. He was just covered up on the couch,
yeah, that's what Dad's side is.
and he clung to Dad. He just he wanted his Uncle Wayne. He it could be because he knows it's Grandpa's brother and Uncle Wayne, and he was just clinging to Dad, like static. But I thought it was,
That's good though.
yeah,
Gives his
And-
grandpa a break.
yeah, and Jana showed up because she works for Hungry Howie's and she delivered a pizza to Tim's.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, we talked with Jana. Jana's another friend of ours. I haven't seen her in such a long time though.
No wonder Timmy's getting so chunky.
Yeah, yeah. Timmy was there, and Matthew was there, and Sammy, and
Seems like every woman he has works in a restaurant or something.
yeah. But it was nice to see family and just relax and not worry about shit so much. I one of the things, and I'm going to talk about this briefly. I think one of the bigger things, Amy, that bothers me more than anything in the world is that when being an advocate for childhood cancer, the one thing that really I think bothers me more than anything is the fact that I have, because I'm 30 years, March 2nd will be the 30th cancerversary, for those of you who didn't know that. I'm this far separated from when I was a baby and when I battled. Someone who has been through that, and they've grown up through the years and experienced the experiences that they have, and so much disrespect. All I've ever wanted to do, to reach out to people and just to explain to people, show people that I know what that is. And I think for me, the biggest thing that is discouraging and disheartening of everything is that I could be turned away and disrespected by the same group of people, whom of which I have, an understanding. I have something mutual with them, and I get discarded and dismissed all because of what one person says or what 2 or 10 people say.
Change the subject, son.
But I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. That's one of the biggest things that bothers me.
That's why I said what I said.
I know, I shouldn't mention it, but I think that's one of the things that bothers me, and I know that's gonna give people some kind of satisfaction, or at least that's what they think. But I'm still here, and it is what it is. But I had to get that out there. I think that's one of the main thing that really bothers me the most.
Yeah, and then when it does bother you, you isolate, and that's not good.
Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time in my bedroom.
I actually pulled him out.
Yeah, she did.
2 days ago.
She says, you know what? You got to stop this shit. You got to get up. You got to dust yourself off. You got to, you're stronger than this. You got to stop.
Blow all the bad away and keep.
Yeah, let it roll off your back and just keep doing what you're doing. The people who really and truly love you and care about you will stay in your life. You got to focus on them. And she's right. You're right. But anywho,
I got my own selection that I counsel in.
I was telling one of my friends too, I said, I kind of understand why it's good to have small circles.
Yes.
You know, it's
And
not so bad.
no, and the thing I like about small circles is you're able to talk
Hmm.
to certain people that are in that group
Hmm.
and have them give you, you can talk to them about something that you've got on your mind about doing,
Hmm.
and they either say, yeah, run with it,
They
or
encourage you.
I've got one that tells me, no, Ma, it's not for you. Back off.
Yeah, they tell you what's, you know, they encourage you, or at least they look out for you,
Yeah,
and they say, well, if this is unhealthy, maybe you shouldn't do this, or maybe perhaps take this route. Just like with the death threat and the text message, I should have, a part of me, because I don't want people thinking that it's okay to be doing shit like that, where you don't like a person, therefore you can send them a death threat in a text message, and oh, he ain't gonna do anything. Well, the fact that they live in Arkansas, I know who it is. They live in Arkansas. They're thousands of miles away from me.
yeah, and the law won't do nothing about it.
No.
So you might as well just
And if
ride it out.
it's I mean, if it was like 20 miles away and someone was threatening to kill me, yeah, I would take issue with it.
Right.
Um,
But then again, they, even right here, like I said, even mainly right here in Saginaw County,
yeah,
they can deal with it.
yeah,
If
if you're
it's out
not
of state, you can't.
if you're not, one cop even said, well, anybody can threaten anybody as long as it's not a government worker or
Yep,
anything like
yep.
that. And I got to thinking, well, your job is to serve and protect, but if someone is threatening to kill us, there's nothing you can do.
They don't see a bomb or anything coming that far.
Yeah, there's no bombs or guns involved, or there's no deadly weapons being used. Um,
They feel that the person can't make it here to Michigan where
yeah,
you live, and
but that's just the point I tried. That's the point I made. I think it was last week or a couple weeks ago. You have a lot of people on here who are, they have this digital courage that they're so tough behind a computer,
yeah,
and their anonymity, and it's like you wouldn't say the shit to my face.
and
You wouldn't dare.
in person, if you met that person in person,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they saw me face to face, they wouldn't say any of the shit that they're saying through the
no,
computer.
no.
And it's like, you know what, you guys are just losers, and you need to get a life.
Oh, and I did tell your brother last night
Yeah,
about the little talk.
yeah,
And he says, hopefully he runs with that. I said, so far so good, son.
yeah. I needed to, and getting to see family helped me a lot, because I wasn't glancing at my phone every 5 minutes, which it's a habit of doing. I think we all picked up on that habit at some point, but I wasn't checking my phone. I wasn't glancing at my phone every 5 minutes. It was nice to actually have conversations with people who were sitting 2 feet in front of you.
You got it.
That was nice. It
And
was,
you know that those people, with it being family, do care.
yeah. I mean, before I left Uncle Danny's, I mean, he gave me a hug. Annie Lane gave me a hug, said, I love you. It's good to see you again. Well, I love you guys too. And it was great to see you again. I'll be back again.
Some family are hard to get a hold of.
And I think a lot of it too, Amy, is that because we've had so many deaths in the family recently, Aunt Rhonda's gone now. It really puts things into perspective.
And you got a relative. You have a relative right now
Yeah,
on your mother's side.
yeah.
In the hospital.
My
not doing
uncle,
good.
my uncle's in the hospital. That was something else I was going to. I'm kind of glad you brought that up because I would have forgotten. My uncle, my mom's brother-in-law, is not doing well. Uh, he's dehydrated, I think. No, he's not dehydrated. I heard he thought he was
They found
dehydrated.
out the kidneys are shutting down.
Oh, his kidneys are shutting down. Oh. But he's up there in age, and
they thought it was food poisoning
uh,
from a restaurant around here.
he's on Owasso, I think, isn't he? Yeah.
The family thought it was food
And
poisoning.
I think too, and what I was saying, like family members are passing away. I think now with the remaining family that is left, the relatives that's left, you gotta tell your family you love them. You have to, because tomorrow, hey, one day, or in the next minute, next hour, next day, next week, we might not be here.
Well, that's like I tell him. I hope you don't get upset because I tell you I love you so much, but you could be here today and be gone
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I mean, you can't predict things like that. It's
No.
gonna happen eventually, but we don't know when, how, where. We know the why, but we don't know the rest.
Right.
The rest is like a variable, like a question mark. You have, the blank. But I don't want to find out anytime soon. Betty White just had a birthday. She turned 97 on January 17th. She's like one of my favorite actresses of all time.
Who's the woman that just passed away?
Carol Channing. Carol Channing passed away. She was an actress, and I think she did work on Broadway. She was in her 90s. She was, I think, 94, I think. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
She was up there in age, though. She was in her... No, she was 97. Carol Channing was 97.
I knew she made it almost
Yep.
to the 100.
She was the same age as Betty White. Actually, she might have even been turning 98 this year. Because I don't know.
When she was born and all that.
Yeah, she might have been born in 1921, because then she'd be 98 if she was born in 21. Actually, I can look this up real quick.
Yeah.
Put on my 4 eyes here. My second pair of eyeballs. Oh, I've been here for over an hour already. Man, that hour went by quick.
And they get a view of Dad's shoulder and back and his head.
Yeah, they can see Dad lying down on the couch. Let's see, Carol Channing. Oh, he's cutting wind. Oh, boy. She was born January 31st, 1921. She was born on New Year's Eve in 1921, and she passed away on January 15th, 2019.
So, yeah, she'd be up there in age.
She was 97 when she died, so this coming New Year's Eve in 2019, she would have been 98. So she was born right at the very tail end of 1921.
Yeah.
So wow. So she was only older than Betty White by like 16 days.
What a trip, huh?
No, 17 days. Yeah, 17 days. Because if she was born on January 13, 1921, Betty White, gotta love Google, she was born on January 17th, 1922. Actually, no, I take that back. January 31st is not New Year's Eve. December 31st is New Year's Eve. Holy mackerel. So she was older than Betty White.
Yep.
I got it all wrong. December 31st is New Year's Eve. So take that back. Scratch that from the record. I got that all wrong. December 31st is New Year's Eve. I'll shut up now. I sabotaged that completely. I got it all messed up.
Scratch that out of the video when you're...
Wow. No, actually, I'll keep it because I really need to laugh at myself.
There you go.
Jared, you moron. How could you get that wrong?
Every time you go back and watch it.
January 31st is not New Year's Eve, you dipshit. December 31st is New Year's Eve. So,
God, is it good to laugh?
it is good to laugh. I enjoy
I
it.
even laughed on the phone with your brother last night. It was awesome.
I might have to have Jay join me one of these days for the Sunday video, or even have Jake come over and just to sit next to me in a Sunday video update and just talk about things. I don't know. I haven't really had any.
Or even if you're at Jake's.
Yeah.
Do it at Jake's.
Do the Sunday video update at Jake's. I haven't really had. I mean, because you and Dad appear off camera, you know. Or sometimes you'll come into the frame. Dad does, and
I do too sometimes.
Yeah, and they know you're off camera because they can hear you talking or cutting wind, depending on.
Yeah.
But
depending on who you are.
You're in my videos, but I haven't really had any other like guest appearances.
Right, and I really haven't actually. I mean, verbally, I've been in the video,
Yeah,
but
they can hear you, they just don't see you much.
right,
Unless you know, like just now, because didn't you just let the dog out or let the cat? The cat. Who let the dogs out? Well,
nobody.
But it's I haven't really had any guest like partners in my Sunday video. I might want to play around with that a little bit. I might see if Jake wants to come over and sit with me for an hour, and then I'll just take him back home or whatever.
Yeah, but then.
Or like you said, I could even do it there, but
yeah, because then you got to figure. Well, there you got Miranda,
yeah,
and you got
and the kids, Eric and Adam.
Yeah.
But I you know, there'd be too many distractions when I'm trying to talk, and then there'd be a bunch of hoot and howl and jump around. I couldn't get any thoughts out or talk about how my week was.
Yeah. So yeah, you might want to try that first out here with him.
See if he might want to come out for a minute, like while the kids are in school. Well, actually, it's Sunday. The kids won't be in school on a Sunday.
Right. And with the weather being the way it is, they've been.
So there's mistake number 2. Yeah, the kids
canceling schools.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, the kids don't go to school on Sunday unless it's Sunday school, but we're talking public school.
Right.
Yeah, I've been up since 5 o'clock. I'm getting everything wrong, but I might have Jake come out here and kind of hang out for a minute.
Even if it's on some time where him and I are just out and about doing something and you want him to come on over and do it.
Yeah. Well, the Sunday video updates, I mean, are particularly on Sunday. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Right.
But that's why I was hoping, you know, maybe I could get Jake out here to join me and to give his input.
Even if you guys did one during the week or something.
Yeah.
While the kids
like
are
a brief midweek update or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done a brief midweek update in quite a while, but I might get into the swing of things on that again, just to keep people abreast of what's going on. And my dog Scruffy's waiting for Dad to get up. Dad's kicked back on the couch, as you can see, and Scruff is just on the floor looking up at him, like,
he moves
hello.
He moves his arm and Scruffy goes in closer.
Yeah, he turned over just right so Scruffy could lick him, and Scruffy saying, "Wake up, Dad."
It's 11:21. Time to wake up.
Yeah, because after I get done with this and I upload it to my channel, get all edited, I have to go to Corona and continue some grocery shopping. So there's plenty to do today, and I want to get this done and out of the way before I go. So,
My dad did open his eyes for a little bit.
So, good morning, Dad. I can hear him talking just under his breath, just a little bit. I don't know what he said, though.
We're gonna need creamer today.
Creamer? Okay, I'll get some French vanilla coffee creamer. Yes, Carnation, we buy your coffee creamer because French vanilla creamer is really, really good. I'll personally endorse that all day long. French vanilla creamer is really. What is it?
Nestle.
Oh, it's Nestle. I thought it was Carnation or
No, it's Nestle
or Coffee Mate. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I guess it wasn't. That's a third mistake. I'm gonna leave before I make any more frickin' mistakes in this video.
Yeah, but like you said, you can always go back and watch it and laugh your butt off.
Yeah. I'll just put my hat on and I'll do this number here. I'll put my Spartans hat on and just.
There you go. Cover that face. Go back to bed, maybe.
No, I gotta go shopping. I gotta go grocery shopping. But anyway, I guess that concludes this week's Sunday video update. Don't forget, the Shrine Circus is happening right now in Flint at the Dordt Federal Credit Union Event Center. It's such a long title.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful. And then they'll be in Saginaw at the Dow Event Center this coming Friday, and they'll be there from Friday till Sunday. And if you are in, if you want to catch the Shrine Circus coming to Saginaw, the number is area code 989-759-1330, 759-1330. That's the box office. You can find out information about ticket availability and of course there's WWE Wrestling and Monster Trucks coming up, and Zender Snowfest is coming up
Bless you.
from the 23rd until the 28th in Frankenmuth. And of course the ABC 12.
It's coming into view.
There's Pop getting up. He's let the dogs out. And now we know who let the dogs out.
Yeah.
On Saturday, April 13th, is the ABC 12 Family Expo, but I don't know who's headlining it yet because they never announced it. They announced the date so that way the vendors could rent the spaces and get their space before it actually gets close to the time.
You know what's really a trip?
What's that?
These dogs sleep till they know he's up, and then they want out.
Yeah.
It's like an alarm clock.
And this Tuesday also, there's one more. This Tuesday is the Vote for Miracles celebration at the auditorium at the Hurley Medical Center in Flint at 10 o'clock in the morning. So there's.
You got to have your dogs spayed or neutered.
Well, this isn't the Price is Right. This isn't the Price is Right, and you're not Bob Barker. But anyway.
The Price is Right.
Okay. Well, so that's how we conclude. Or actually, you know what? We've been here for an hour and 10 minutes. Is there anything you want to add before I hit the stop record button?
No.
No. Nothing to add. You don't want to step over into the frame.
No, not what my favorite.
You don't want to talk about last night or anything?
You got to see your great grandbaby.
I woke up, yeah.
He's not all the way woke.
Wait.
Awake.
Awoke.
Awoke is a word. You're just not used in the proper context.
Woke up yet?
But anyway.
And since we're almost done, I'm going to go in my room and call my person I was supposed to call.
Yeah, and I'm going to get this uploaded to my channel.
I was supposed to call at 10 o'clock. I did. No response.
No response. So when you're doing that, I don't know what Dad's going to do, but I'm going to upload this to my channel, and after that, it's going to take about an hour or more, or 2 hours, 3 hours most, just to upload the damn thing to my channel because YouTube is so slow.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And you know what? I didn't have my light on the whole time. That's okay. I'm in a pretty good mood this morning. I don't know.
I see this.
I'm not.
Well, you know what I think? You went to bed before anybody else, and you got some sleep.
Yeah, I actually get tired at 8:30, 9 o'clock. And when I go I go to lie down in my bedroom and I'll watch game shows on the Buzzer channel. I watch Match Game and I think last night it was Sale of the Century. Remember that game show, Sale of the Century? It was back in the 80s. The same guy that hosted Card Sharks was the host of Sale of the Century. His name was Jim Perry. I watched that. I watched Classic Concentration with Alex Trebek, Match Game with Gene Rayburn. We watch Match Game.
Show's not on until tomorrow.
Yeah, we watch Match Game a lot on Buzzer.
Now, see, in my room, because I do not have the satellite.
Yeah.
I got local.
Uh-huh.
So I watch the news. The Price is Right. The one with Drew Carey. That's the one with
Drew Carey, Price is Right.
The one with
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady.
Let's Make a Deal.
I watch both of them.
Yeah.
Then I'll flip to I think 12-2, and I watch Adam 12. And then after Adam 12, I watch Emergency.
Yeah.
And then
there's all kinds of shows.
Usually my TV is all shut down after that until about 5 o'clock.
There's a lot of programs.
And then I watch Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I watch
Jeff Foxworthy, they show that in syndication, the reruns.
You ain't got no more time.
Yeah, that's at
Yeah, I know it's Jeff Foxworthy, but I didn't know if I haven't seen that in a long time.
It's on 49.3
Okay.
in the local channels.
But Dad, he likes watching this show on MTV. It's called Ridiculousness. I think it's because he likes to listen to Chanel West Coast. How that laugh of hers. I think like a cheetah. I didn't know cheetahs could laugh, but
laughing hyena.
He likes to listen to her laugh.
I like to look at her too because she's hot. I'm OG.
No way to be subtle here. Just be blunt and forthright, I guess.
Hey,
That's your dad.
She is good looking though. I'll say Chanel West Coast is good looking. She's very, very gorgeous.
And we know the areas that he's looking for, but
And
huge.
some other show that they just had. I heard him. They just had the North American International Auto Show in Detroit, and Danny from Counts Customs from Vegas, the TV show Counting Cars.
Yeah.
Danny was in Detroit. I would have loved to have met him.
well, I know you're towards the end, so I'm gonna say peace out, everybody.
Yeah, it's
Be
the
safe,
end. It's
be
the end.
careful out there,
Um,
and have a great day. I hope you all had some laughs in it.
yeah, I gotta go shopping yet. And Dad, what are you doing while I'm gone shopping?
I don't know.
Don't know yet.
I gotta go check the tank and everything. That's the stuff that doesn't get done around here. I want to mop my floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go shopping, come back, make the taco salad. So there's lots to do. But anyway, for the last time, I'm out of here. Much love to all of you. Thank you for watching another installment of the Sunday Video Update. Same bear time, same bear channel. I'll be here next week. Have a great Sunday. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
Visit GuideStar.com.
And Amy is plugging GuideStar.org again, which I've already done. But she says don't forget to visit GuideStar. So we'll have that extra plug. So I'm out of here. Peace out, guys. Take care. Spin a Rooney out.